Ready?
Yes.
Man, you got a future. Thank you. And please, let me do this for you and Christine. How about the entire set in a block? Thank you so much, Tony. She is absolutely marvelous. Thank you. For Chef Scott and I now is happy cooking.
That's fun.
The preceding was a paid commercial program for the Miracle Blade World Class Knives, sponsored by Ideal Living Direct, LLC.
All right, good Sunday afternoon, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Here's 69 News meteorologist Clayton Stiver with you, keeping you on top of all the latest with this major nor'easter winter storm that continues to unfold here. We want to get you up to speed with the latest from the National Weather Service. We have winter storm warnings in effect into Monday, at least the first half of Monday, for all the counties you see shaded in pink. So that's going to include the Lehigh Valley, Berks. We've got western Montgomery here, Chester County in that warning, Lebanon, Lancaster County, Schuylkill County, and Luzerne County under the winter storm warning. The snowfall totals may be a little bit lower here compared to areas to the east, but nevertheless still anticipating a significant, plowable, impactful snowfall in this particular area. Meanwhile, a lot of the counties in red here, which is basically all of New Jersey and Delaware, a lot of the Delaware Valley, southern Poconos, and the higher elevations, blizzard warnings. Now, keep in mind, this doesn't have to do with snowfall totals. It's based on the reduction of visibility, quarter mile or less, frequent wind speeds sustained or gusts to 35 miles per hour or greater. And you've got to have that at least for 3 hours for it to be an official blizzard. And we do think this area has some pretty good odds to experience those conditions eventually later tonight and into at least the first part of our Monday here. Obviously watching the blowing and drifting of snow eventually with this as well. Now, this has been a very telling day because we've seen a transition from a rain or, rain snow mix here over to snow now. This is what we were talking about last night. Initially, it wouldn't be doing much. Things just wet. But now we're starting to see that transition over to all snow. This is a live look from Easton, and you can clearly see a lot more snowflakes flying there now. Let's take you to Coca-Cola Park in Allentown. Yeah, clearly the snow falling here now, getting a little bit of stickage as well. How about downtown Bethlehem? This is a look at the north side, and you can see the snowflakes. There's a better shot looking towards the Hill to Hill Bridge. Clearly, more of a reduction in visibility. That snow starting to fly a lot more there. And then our final stop will take us to Reading, Penn Street Bridge camera. Now here,
just like we saw back in 2019.
I apologize, the camera there a little jerky, but
I think they messed up a little bit, but that's okay. We're still doing a video right now, guys.
To all snow starting to take shape across Berks County as well. So we have snow falling right now, light to moderate nature, Allentown, back to 33 degrees. Again, as the precipitation rates pick up here, it cools the atmosphere, and that all helps for everything to just go over to all snow here. And that visibility map also filling in a lot more so now, giving us a great indicator that we're changing over to all snow. Look at our current conditions, our radar.
It's all rain, just like green rainbow.
Blues and whites showing up now, indicating the snow versus the greens that we had earlier, especially to the south.
Just like we see earlier.
Still a little bit warmer there. 37
we
degrees,
still
but it
do a
shouldn't be
video
too
on
long
that,
until we go
guys.
over to all
So
snow. Probably a similar case here in Lancaster as well. Most of us have cooled our way back closer to 32 degrees, and those temperatures will continue to ever so slightly drop. It'll make things easier for the accumulations to start to occur, especially as the sun goes down here as well.
Until we get to tonight into tomorrow morning.
Low-pressure nor'easter taking shape now. You can see the isobars. There's the circle right there in the center of circulation.
Just like we saw in the summertime into this fall.
We're going to follow this moving northeastward tonight. And the big question, of course, we'll see just how close to the coast this will get. That'll be a key contributor to the expected snowfall tallies here. All right, so future satellite and radar showing the storm ramping up as we go into the evening and nighttime, snow becoming heavy at times. But look at what happens on the western side. This is important with the totals. Whenever these storms get really strong, there's oftentimes a lot of sinking air or dry air on the backside of the storm, and that can cut into the snowfall totals, lead to a sharp cutoff in snow over a short distance. And I think that is going to be some of a factor across our area here. All right, clearly New Jersey towards the shore getting hit pretty hard with this nor'easter, but we go back to the west, and conditions not quite as significant or impactful as they are as again you head down towards the shore
Yeah,
here.
just like
Things
what
wrapping
now?
up and clearing up as we get into the second half of our Monday. So a closer perspective of it with our temperatures as well. And we're going to drop down to around, if not just below 32 degrees by the time we
Yeah,
get a
that's
little
right.
past sunset here. Snow becoming heavy at times. Watching for where some of those heavier bands are. You could have some snowfall rates 1 to 2 inches
Yeah,
per
that's
hour.
right.
Okay, taking us into the overnight hours, and then we get to first thing Monday morning. It's like that snow does cut off
Yeah,
pretty
that's
rapidly
right.
as we go just to the west of the Lehigh Valley, getting out here towards Burke, certainly Schuylkill County, that I-81 corridor. I mean, that snow could very much be done with pretty much by the
Yeah,
time we get to
that's right.
sunrise on your Monday. Meanwhile, it's still snowing at a very good
Yeah,
clip
that's
across a
right.
lot of
But
New
we still
Jersey.
do
We
a
continue
V1 now,
onward into Monday
guys.
afternoon.
Yeah,
A lot of
that's
us
that.
now pretty much done with that snow, middle 30s, but still
Yeah,
dealing
that's right.
with some of that snow yet in South
Yeah,
Jersey.
it's a
It's
Monday,
done with
you
for
guys.
everybody by the time we get into roughly Monday evening, and then we'll get some clearing sky overnight into Tuesday morning with low
Yeah,
temperatures
until we get to
colder
Wednesday,
back in
we'll
the
have
upper
more
teens. Now, the
snow.
forecast models have definitely come down, especially for Allentown and points west compared to the last several runs. There's been some
Yeah,
models all
just
along
like we
that were
see
kind of showing
earlier
single digits. We had other
today.
models that were showing double-digit snowfall tallies. As of late,
Yeah,
they have
including
cut
what's
back
now.
on these numbers here, clearly showing you that sharp gradient that we anticipate setting up shop here across far eastern Pennsylvania. So this is our
Yeah,
latest
that's
thinking
right.
for expected snow by the time this is all said and done. 4 to
Yep,
8
that's
inches
right.
across a lot of the Lehigh Valley and Berks. Now notice that 8-inch line kind of runs right through the far eastern sections of the Lehigh Valley
Yeah,
down through
that's
upper
right.
Bucksmont. So basically, like, the closer you are to the Delaware River, the better
Yeah,
your odds are to
that's
see
right.
8 inches, and then of course getting up higher than that as we go east. But yeah,
Yep,
4 to
that's
8 here
right.
in this zone. You get out towards 81. A lot of Schuylkill County, even far western Berks, Lebanon County, it's like 2 to 4. The
Yep,
biggest
that's
totals,
right.
though, we get into the higher terrain of the Poconos, basically right along the Delaware River, and then getting down into sections of Bucks and Montgomery counties here, the western reaches of the Delaware Valley, 8 to 14 inches, and then 14
Yep,
to
that's
22 for a lot of New Jersey, and then 22 plus as we get towards the shore here. There's going to be
Yep,
the
that's right.
heavy, wet nature to this snow as well that could be very problematic. This is a lot more
Yep,
moisture-laden
that's right.
snow compared to that storm back in January. So this
Yeah,
is going
that
to
was
be more
about a
of an
month
issue
ago.
when it comes to trying to clear things up.
Yeah,
All right,
that's
we need
right.
to be safe for sure. Think about
Yeah,
what you're
including
doing
what's now.
before you act. Here's future wind gusts as well. And you'll notice these winds out of the east and northeast start to pick up here closer to midnight tonight, 30 to 50
that's
mile per
right.
hour gusts potentially. Strongest gusts as we work our way deeper into New Jersey and towards the shore.
What?
And it looks like winds like this will continue to blow right through a lot of your Monday. All right, we've got plenty more updates. The top of the hour here, your news at 6 and 10 o'clock.
Okay.
Our 69 News Weather Channel, our 69 News Storm Center app. Download that for Android and Apple devices. And, of course, WFMZ.com. We've got tons of sources all around to get you important weather information.
Yeah,
Right now, we'll
that's
send you
right.
back to regularly scheduled programming.
Yeah, and let's get back to more pit program with you guys. I just recorded. I just watched the weather. Oh, I just watched the weather.
You're watching WFMZ TV. We now join our regularly scheduled program.
Yeah,
Already
that's
in
right.
progress.
And for in-network primary